Wii Sports is back! And there goes my Joy-Con. Right to the TV. Hello, Pancake Faith here, back with a new video and a review at that. Today I am talking about Nintendo Switch Sports. This is a successor / sequel to the Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resorts games. Back on the Wii. Let's get straight into the review of this awesome comeback. At the start of the game, you will have 3 modes to choose from. Play globally, play locally, or play with friends. These modes allow you to play the 6 sports however you wish to play them. These sports being bowling, badminton, tennis, volleyball, soccer, and shambara. We'll focus on play globally for this review, as that's how you get most of the clothing items in the game. You can start off the game as either a sportsmate, which are new for the game's style, or as your old Mii characters on your Switch. The Miis look a bit out of place in this style, but are still cool to play as. Which I will show you the Miis as we are going through the review. This is what it looks like as you boot up the game. So let's keep going. At the bottom of the screen, you will see 3 tabs: Customize, Options, and Items. Customize and Options are pretty self-explanatory. This is the Customize menu. And if you go down here to Body, you can see the Miis, which now you can see why I feel they look a bit out of place for the game style. But let's go to Items, where you can get some online rewards. This is the main gimmick of online, basically, playing online. This is how you earn the customization items for the game, which include these outfits, these customizable these basically like, you know, hats and stuff, the gear, titles, and stamps. Titles are a thing for people to see online as like a little extra to your name, which you can use like a 1-Up Mom or a Fan of Online title. New rewards are added once per week, so definitely check these out. Also, these will be randomized. The gear and the titles are customized for everyone, so your friend may have something on their collection that's different than yours, but outfits are still the same. So keep up with whatever styles you may want to play, along with, you know, keep up with your outfits, stuff like that. The first sport that I would like to talk about is bowling. Bowling is very much like its Wii Sports counterpart, in which you use the Joy-Con to throw the ball like this and try to get a strike. Of course, you can still curve the ball and angle your shot for a perfect hit. This is probably my favorite sport of the collection, as it is simple and still holds a very big place in my heart. The next sport I would like to talk about is shambara. In this game, you swing around a sword to fight your opponent, kind of like this. You can also guard in any direction using the ZR button, and that's in any direction too. Your opponent can break your guard and get combos off it, so make sure you're on your guard. The problem I have with this game, though, is that the motion controls can sometimes feel very out of place, or that you can spam too much of it. You know, you go like this too much before your opponent can try and guard again. So games are sometimes very fast, but it's still a very good sport to play. The next sport I'm going to talk about here is badminton. In this sport, you use a racket and swing it around when the birdie gets near you. This sport can take a long time, but if you have a lot of I'm sorry, I'm getting mixed up here. You can get into a lot of stalemates in the game, which is not bad, but it's all the fun of the sport. Tennis is the next sport, since it's basically like badminton. You can play as 2 people in this. You play as 2 people in this game, but if you play online with a friend, this is probably the easiest one to play together, since you both can each control 1 character. The sport is extremely fun to play, and it's probably my second favorite sport in the collection. The next sport is volleyball. This one is a timing sport for the most part. There's usually 1 to 2 roles you play per time the ball. 1 to 2 of 3 roles you play per time the ball is on your side of the court. you're either trying to block the ball, or no, so I'm sorry. You can either bump the ball, spike the ball, or set the ball. When the ball is on the other side of the court, you're either trying to block the ball, which is what I was trying to say, or getting prepared to bump the ball. The motion controls can also feel a little bit weird because sometimes it'll mix it up as this, as like laying it like this, or like this. So it's really weird sometimes to play it, but it is still a fun game. The last sport is soccer, which is probably the weirdest sport in the game, honestly. Not because it is not because of what it is, but because of how the game plays. The game is not fully motion controlled, as you use one Joy-Con to move your character, and the other to kick with. There's also a dash, which you use ZR for, and a headbutt. But in doing so, it will use up some of your stamina meter. The game can feel very long at times, even though it is only 1:30, and if the game is tied then, a golden ball will appear, and whoever scores it will win the game. This sport is probably my least favorite, and one that I probably will not visit very much in the future. All in all though, I'd rate this game a 7 out of 10. The game can feel very unfinished in many ways, and resorts more to an update later style. The leg strap you get included in the physical version of the game, or by buying separately, cannot be used online until an update in the summer, and golf isn't being added until the fall, which is a major bummer. The rankings for this game feel very fair though, which is something I did not talk about. The ranking is for every sport if you play it enough, and it feels very, feels very fair. If you're looking for a fun game to play with your family though, this is the game you should go to. This is an awesome game to bring out and have lots of amazing moments with your friends, your family, and even just, people you know. That's all for my review though of Nintendo Switch Sports. For $40 digitally and $50 physically, this is a game that, if you have friends to play with or family to play with, you should go get this game. This is an awesome game to play. Just in general, honestly. And I'm glad Wii Sports is finally back in this form of a successor. This is Pancake Faith signing off. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe for more content. And yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Goodbye, everybody.